For this production of Cabaret, I'm the executive producer, director, choreographer, marketer, and all kinds of other things at the same time. It's a really interesting show. It really changed musical theater. It's sort of the first show that was not like an Oklahoma or a Carousel, which were considered to be the classical musicals. It's the first of what is considered to be the contemporary musical, the of this day musical, even though it's depicting, of course, the beginning of the Second World War.
I play Cliff Bradshaw. He's a traveling writer who's traveling around Europe and comes to Berlin, to this new world of the cabaret, to experience it and kind of acts as the audience's eyes. Still have each other.
He meets this girl at a nightclub, Sally Bowles, who I'm playing, and who Liza Minnelli played in the movie, which is kind of cool. And they fall in love, yada yada, all this fun stuff. But it's at a time in Berlin where obviously there's a lot of political tension and experimentation and these types of things.
I guess it's about kind of what people were doing at that time and what life was like at that time in Berlin. And, you know, just seeing like how the Nazis started to come to power and the racism and separatism that started to happen amongst people.
Part of the reason I really wanted to do this show at this moment in time is it's really reflective of what's happening here, believe it or not, in 2017, 2018, where there's massive conflict.
I think in the direction of the musical a little bit as well, you can see how audiences would still be it would resonate with audiences just based on the politics alone.
For today, there's kind of people are still struggling. There's lots of places in the world where people aren't accepted for who they are, so I really think that this resonates with those type of messages where certain people who aren't accepted for who they are really struggle.
I think what Cabaret does is it really humanizes the experience of the Second World War, because when we think of the Second World War, we don't really have like an intimate face to it unless you have relatives. And so it kind of really humanizes what was happening at that time, and it makes it more devastating, really.
This is a special show for me because we did do this show in 2000, 2001, 2000, and it was really, really special. So to revisit a show this, after has been a real, in some ways, a real challenge, because you don't want to go back where you were that long ago. It's almost 20 years ago. So you do want to come forward, but you still want to stay true to the piece. And you also want to share what was wonderful about it almost 20 years ago with the people now, and embellish it and make it even better.
Very excited to get in front of an audience. It's actually really funny. I've seen the movie. The movie is actually quite different from the stage production. So if you've seen the movie, it is different.
This quality of performance, everyone is such in their roles that it's kind of like you're transported to this 1930s cabaret, and to be able to show that to the world, to perform for people, I can't wait. It's
super exciting to almost be at showtime, just because we put so much work into it that you want to show it off, basically, right? And you can only have so much energy when you're in a studio. You just need to have an audience and see. That's the thing about live theater, is that it's never the same, and that's what makes it exciting.
We're opening at the Prince George Playhouse on February 13th, and we run to the 24th. The tickets are available now at centralinteriortickets.com. It's actually going to be just an amazing show.